Alrighty, so welcome to the Dr. Ollie Show. Today we were doing something just a little bit different, and normally we're inside of a studio, but instead of studio this time, we've actually brought the crew and myself, of course, out to be able to do a live interview on a property with a lovely lady I have here, Miss Sally Knox, and she is, what's the word I could say? I guess we could just say just phenomenal because
well, thank you.
I found you when we were just pretty much just driving through.
Wow.
And you know what caught my attention?
A camel.
Well, actually, not exactly. It was a zebra.
Oh, you don't see many striped things on the side of the road, right?
Yeah, and so I'm like, whoa, like.
Did you turn around and do a double take and turn around?
I went up there just a little bit, and after I came, because see, the thing is, Trade Day takes place in this area, and I was like, I think I heard someone say that it was a zebra and some exotic animals and everything, but I didn't really know. But when I seen it for myself, I'm like, wow, and so I was like, we got to connect with this lady some way, somehow.
I know. What's behind those doors? What's going on back there?
So I would like to introduce everyone to you, and you're Sally Knox, and basically here on your set, as far as your location, you pretty much have what we classify, I guess it would be a live, as far as a zoo for all different types of animals, exotic animals. I mean, you got farm animals, different ones.
Right.
And I wanted to know, just tell me, what really made you want to do this?
Well, what really motivated me to start something like this is I think animals are so healing.
Okay.
They love you unconditional. They only want one or two things: food, be cared for. Whereas humans want more.
Yeah.
They don't have an agenda, and I just love that. So I started adding. I've always been around animals my whole life in training. I started out with a camel. I thought, you know what? If I can do it, I'm gonna try.
So the camel was the first animal?
He was the first one in here, first exotic. And he was about this tall.
Okay, so he was small.
Small,
Okay.
2 weeks old. He lived in this house for 2 months. So I taught the camel, when he did live in the house, to lay down when I told him to. On a rug. He would just lay down on his rug. And he'll still lay down for us when we tell him to. But then I thought, you know what, let me try a monkey. I've always wanted monkeys. Always. It was hard to find. In the beginning of this process, it was real difficult to find all these animals because you don't know anyone.
Yeah.
And you really learn through mistakes. So that's fine. So I got the monkey and various different breeds of monkeys I've had. And then this one I have here is called black cap.
How many would you say that you have? Just animals, all
40 some maybe animals.
So maybe over 40 something
so
animals.
Some exotic, like zoo animal type things, and then some farm animals. I like the farm feel as well. Because there's a different feel of each category of the animals, farm and exotic.
And there's been a lot of people that I've been telling, even as we have been preparing to be able to come here to the interview, and they're like, okay, so what you got going on this day? What you got going? And I'm like,
did you say anything? Did you even
well,
know?
well, even if they talk about the weekend, and they're like, well, what are you doing with, like, I had things to do this weekend, but that wasn't, I've been looking so forward to this right
Really?
here. So my thing is,
good.
I've been stating to them, yeah, Saturday I'm doing this right here, or Sunday I got this right, but Monday,
Monday, I don't know what's gonna happen.
And this has just been I mean, I don't know, it's almost been like I've been like a little kid, just waiting to be able to come and see this right here, and just, I mean, it's more of like a hands-on thing.
That's right.
And even to be able to meet you.
Thank you. But that's what I want this place to be. I have a lot of people come here. I would say in the last 4 years, I've been here 7, but the last 4 years, I have had over 500 people come through here. It's a lot of people. 500.
To be able to stop and actually, I mean, it's been way more than that, but yeah, to come in.
Right. I had one day I had a funny idea. I'm going to do open gate.
Okay.
Open the gate.
Yeah.
And I put it on Facebook. I created an account for the ranch. I'm having open gate. People were lined up out the gate coming in.
Really?
I mean, car after car. And one little kid was just so smart, kept telling me what type of animals I had. I'm like, kid, you're pretty smart. I said, can you count how many kids are here?
Yeah.
Okay. 20 minutes, he comes back. There's 130 kids here.
Do you think that you'll ever want to do something like that again?
Yes, but not alone.
Okay.
I did it alone.
No.
I was like overwhelmed. It hit me like a brick when they all showed up. I thought maybe 2-3 cars would show up. There was at least 50 cars.
Well, that brings me to, like I said, because you have something that's ready.
Yeah.
And so that brings me to my next point. When you say alone, you're pretty much taking care of all these animals by yourself. I mean, you have over 40-something animals
Yeah, I
here.
don't have an employee. I'm doing it just these 2 hands. That's it. That's the care and the love for them and the feeding and the fixing fences. I mean, it's not work to me because it's a passion, and I'm happy and I enjoy doing it.
And this is every day, so you can't travel.
I can't travel.
You can't do anything.
Well, I did do one thing. I brought the travel to here. I brought the vacation to me, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to travel, I guess.
Yeah. That makes sense. And it's more of like, I've heard the saying before, it's like when you find what you really love to do, then it's, like you said, you don't look at it as work. I mean, it's like you'll never work another day in your life again.
Exactly.
Because, hey, I mean, I wake up, I eat, I breathe, I live this right here.
Yes.
And so, what would you say is probably one of the most memorable moments that you've had since you've been doing this, as far as with your exotic animals?
I think seeing people's literally change in front of me, their demeanor. They'll show up at the gate with their family and they'll be, down. And once they leave, I just see joy in them. The whole family, I just see them be lifted by the love of animals. And it's so fun because I've seen it so much that I just know these animals are really helping people. I mean, literally. And certain people come out and attach to certain animals. Like some love the miniature horses, or some love the parrot or the kangaroo. They attach to them.
Yeah.
And it's neat to see that bond because the animal attaches to them as well.
Do you have any people that you could say out of the 400 or 500 that have came, they left, and then they came back again?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like you can like, hey, I remember you was here.
Yep. The way to get here is to invite yourself. I don't advertise. I don't ask people out. They just either show up at the gate or they'll call me on the phone. Can I come out today? I'm like, okay. But I have a lot of families that come here and visit and leave and come back several times, and they're real attached to the animals. And they'll bring family members and then their friends and bring more. And then those people bring more and they bring more. So it has really grown just by word of mouth and what they get out of it.
Did COVID affect you any with this?
It didn't. It didn't. In fact, it really helped me because a lot of the children couldn't go to school to get educated or have structure. They're sitting at home with their parents bored. So I opened up a little program, briefly, to see if it would work, a kids training program. And they learned how to work, how to feed the animals, how to have good work ethic, how to have like that. So I took on certain families, and the parents were along with, and I coached the children through the animal process and teaching them things. I said, parents, I'm going to take your kids. We're going to go run through my program. You get to watch. And the parents loved it because kids usually will listen to the coach.
Yeah, they do.
Not the parents. So these parents were so proud of their children listening and taking instruction. I'm talking from age 2 to 18. So it was fun, and I've been a coach my whole life of all sports, all ages. So I'm very used to being around children and coaching them, and that's the other reason. One of the reasons I started the ranch is because I don't have any children; they're all grown. But I have these animals. I'm like, you know what? I used to coach children, and it worked. I'm going to coach the animals and make them do tricks. That's how I got into trick training.
Gotcha.
So it started out just teaching them a few tricks. Now I have a full-blown trick training program going on.
Well, I was going to say, tell me just, a little bit about like your background as far as with what you did, because you've been having these animals for, as far as we'll say the ranch, the zoo, however you want to word it, for how long? How long has this been?
I'd say 8 years.
About 8 years that you've had this. And then as far as before that right there?
So before that, when my 2 daughters were growing up, I would be involved in every sport. So I'd be competitive cheerleading, competitive gymnastics, soccer, track, horseback riding, horse showing. Yeah. All kinds of things my kids did, and I was by their side as their coach. Okay. So that's kind of why I think I have a knack to fall into the animal trick training, because it's the same thing: praise, consistency, and timing. So when you train an animal, when you praise it or give it its treat,
they know.
They know, but it's like crucial that 1 second when to give it and when not to. It's all about timing on training animals.
Okay.
And same with coaching. It's like timing.
So when we drove up, when we first got here, I looked and I saw that you had the zebra that's here, and you've been having the zebra for how long now?
I've had him for 2 days, actually.
You've had the zebra for like 2 days.
So
you just got the zebra.
I just got him.
So is that one that you feel like that you will be able to do training for, or get it to a certain point?
I think so. I'm going to try. Zebras are a rare animal because they're so defensive. The reason why they have stripes on them is they run in herds. Okay. And the predator comes upon them and they zigzag to confuse the tiger or the lion, whoever's going to eat them. So they're always on defense. They think you're gonna, when we walk over there, they think we're gonna hurt it.
Yeah. So would you say that, because zebras, they're supposed to be a part of the horse family?
They are. You're right. Good.
And you would say that they're different from a horse?
In the brain.
Like,
They're more of a,
okay.
yeah, they're also known as an equine. You were correct.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah.
However, they have a more of a fight or flight mentality, whereas a horse, let's say a camel gets stuck in a fence.
Okay.
It'll take him a day to get out of it. He'll find a way out in a day.
A day?
A barbed wire fence, let's just say,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
fun.
Okay.
A horse would hurt itself to get out of that fence. A zebra would kill itself to get out of it.
Oh.
So that's kind of the theory on the mentality, like that quick, real high energy.
Okay. And
Fight or flight.
But you feel like you can get that one trained to a certain degree, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
He seems pretty good. He's got a halter on him. He's halter broke, which is very rare to find a zebra that can wear a halter and be, what's the word? Bridled?
Okay,
Bridled.
Okay.
Yeah, bridled.
Okay. Okay.
So it takes patience. I mean, I would have to go out there every single day and work with him.
You don't want to do that?
I don't know. If I can find some help, maybe.
Okay.
I'll find a bull rider who'll just go in there and wrangle him.
That brought me to another question, another one of the animals that I've seen here, which we are going to leave out, and we're going to take a commercial break and everything in a little bit, but we will be, as far as walking around, to be able to see some of this. So anyone that is watching, you got to definitely stay tuned to be able to see all of the animals, because we're not just going to sit here and just have a conversation about it, but we're going to actually bring all the animals to you. But one of the major things that I did see also out here was, and it almost just scared the living daylights out of me, was that you had a bird, and it was a talking bird.
Oh, right, and it's in the cage where you don't really see it, but if you walk by, it might say something to you.
And so that's what happened. So I walked by, and it did talk to me, and I'm just like, who is that? Who is
what did
that?
it say to you? Did it say hello, or?
I think it was hello. I don't know. I'll put it like this. It scared me more than anything. So I didn't even, all I know is I heard a voice and no one was standing around. So I'm like, what, are we being watched?
Well, that's what I do. I love to see people's reactions. I just love watching people. I don't know why. It's fun to not tell everyone what everything is around here and see them jump and it's a bird, I thought it was a person. So the animals are real fun because they're all so different, the way they think.
Yeah, they all have the different brains of how they're thinking. So with that bird, did you train it to be able to speak like that?
I did. They pretty much naturally will speak. Certain breeds more than others, and the macaws do speak. She just said something.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding you. I used to think they just mimic, but she could probably, they're very sensible. They can sense things. Like she could sense that we're talking about her, and we heard her. That sounds weird, but I've been doing this a long time that I know these animals very well. They pick up on stuff.
Gotcha.
Think about a bird looking for a mice in a field. They could see it from way up high, so they have a keen sense about them.
Okay. And so what type of negativity would you say that, or have you received any backlash? There are some people that talk about, hey, you just got all these camels. Not camels, but I'll just say all these animals from the camel to, llamas and just different ones. So I want you to think about this right here for a moment. And it may not be any, but what we'll do is we're going to take a commercial break.
Okay.
That will be where we pick back up at as far as just what type of negativity have you received from just the public when it comes down to all of this.
Good stories for you that will probably make you think, what?
Okay.
What?
So there you have it. We're sitting here right now with Sally, and everything is sounding really, really good. So we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back right after this. Thank you. Welcome back once again. I'm sitting right here with Sally, and it's been a great conversation, just learning everything about as far as all of your animals, your home here, how you guys are making it pretty much. One of the major things that I wanted to discuss with you was when it comes down to the backlash, as far as just the problems, have you dealt with anything?
Well, I think anything in life, when you're exposed to something the public gets to see, you're going to always find a critic or someone who's very jealous. Yeah. They want what someone else has. Of course, they don't know my other side of my life where I'm in pain physically 24/7 for 30 years with headaches. I've had a horse allegedly murdered. I've had a horse stolen. I had a bird stolen. Wow. And these were all people I knew that knew what
and you know
they
what?
knew was going
and when
on.
you talk about things that's being stolen, I believe it's about 95% of the time most stuff that is stolen is from someone that knows someone, and that's why they feel like it's easy to be able to go in and be able to do something like that. And you've had to pretty much endure all of that.
Yes, so I've learned to be forgiving. Because God says in His Word that you get back 10 times. And so when someone gives me a zebra or gives me this animal, I know He's replenishing.
So you just have people just give you animals?
Yes.
Exotic animals?
Yes, like people just give me a zebra. Okay.
You know, you're going to have a lot of people that want to be your friend.
I know, right? And so I just look at it as a blessing. So what was stolen was paid back 10 times. That's why I have this, you know. And I did work hard for this. It wasn't given. None of this was easy. It was hard work to have what I have. So like people look at it and think, oh, it was given to her. And they develop a jealousy and backlash, and hatred is a driving force to people doing very harmful things to a human, which I've had done to me due to that. So I just try to keep myself low profile, you know. I don't expose myself too much to social media, what I'm doing here. I just let people come as they come.
So let me ask you this question. You heard of Tiger King, right? Okay. And everything that
was a lot of backlash.
Yeah, everything that occurred with that.
Yes.
So how would you say that has affected you since Tiger King just became famous within about the last maybe 18 months. So how would you say that has it played any effect on you at all?
I would say that's a good question, and yes, it has, because that movie projected how he was as a human being, or her.
Yeah, it was a reality show.
Right. And I didn't actually watch it. I didn't watch it. I know him. I know of him.
Oh, okay.
I don't know him personally. I know of her. You always know the exotic animal people. But it made me feel like people were looking at me like a type of person as they were, maybe.
And that was for TV.
Yes, right.
And it's almost like until
they
you
amped
come
it up.
and get on the campus and be able to see
exactly
what's going on.
Exactly.
They really don't know.
Right. A lot of people assume things that they don't know unless they come here and talk to me or meet the animals. You know, it's a whole different thing from the outside versus inside. Even as you didn't know what you were getting into, right?
No.
And here you are, and you were talking to a monkey earlier, I think, weren't you?
Yeah. I've already been, and we're going to go out and we'll be able to share a little bit more. So that way that everyone can see it. But I mean, about the monkey, about the parrot, just all the different animals. But yeah, I've already started a relationship.
Yes, exactly, and that's what people do. So when children come out, lately what I've been focusing on is the animal trick training program. So I let the children do the trick.
Okay.
So the children have the dog jump through the hoop or make the camel lay down. So I'm going to go in there in a while.
Okay.
And I'm going to have them lay down for me.
Okay.
So I let the kids do it, and they're just like flabbergasted. I just had a camel lay down. I mean, that's rare.
Yeah.
So I think it's very empowering for children.
I want to know two things. I won't ask them at the same time, so that way that I don't confuse you with this right here. But the first thing is, I think when we were talking just a little bit earlier, you brought up something about, as far as more, I guess we could say, a mission, and it had to do something pertaining to suicidal thoughts and just with people that was considering that. And explain how that ties in with this right here.
Every minute of the day I have a headache for 30 years, and I know what they're from. I've had over 11 concussions.
Oh, wow.
And that's a lot of brain trauma. And I've broken my back twice.
Off a horse?
Yes.
Okay.
Both times off a horse. One, I was care flighted by helicopter 4 years ago.
That's what I said. Was it here?
It was here. Broke
and you
my
was
back.
riding the horse?
I don't remember anything. No, I was by myself. Some woman driving by saw me fly off the horse. I don't remember anything except for being in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
And they said, you were care flighted. And then 30 years ago, same place I broke my back, I fell off a horse and I was paralyzed for 5 days.
Oh.
So I was sitting in the hospital looking at the ceiling, and they said, well, you don't have legs anymore. I'm like, I know. So on the 5th day, I prayed. I said, God, please just give my legs back. You know, if I don't ever ride horses again, I want to ride. Just for that reason, I want my legs back. So that next morning I woke up and God said, get up. I said, why? I can't. He said, you go watch that horse show you were supposed to be in. Watching your competition is just as good as being in it. So you get up and go watch that horse show. Because I was practicing for a big show before the back break. And I just went and wrapped the mattress around my waist, and I was fine. I walked like that. But the headaches started that very day, and they have never gone away.
Okay.
So it's been a journey, being in physical pain my whole life. And this is why this ranch is so good for me, because it gives me purpose to move, to get up. And I've got other things like fibromyalgia and other different, Lyme's disease. I've got almost everything you can name is upon me. But it shows me that a person really is a lot stronger than they think.
Okay.
When you're pushed. When you're pushed.
So would you say that when you talk about pushing, would you say that a lot of the, I guess we could say the backlash that did push you into just continue to go forward? Because I mean, it can be one or two
Yes,
things.
it does. Negativity. So when someone says you can't or they want to do something, take it away from me, I'll work that much harder to preserve, that of myself. One of the main reasons I did form this ranch and continue to keep it going and growing is to help heal people's hearts and minds.
Okay.
And bodies. Like, I'm hurting all day long, but I'll look at an animal and be thankful. It takes the mind off my pain. For suicidal, my plan is to have 26 locations. This is my first one. This is kind of a model ranch, the starter ranch, to see if I can handle these types of animals and this kind of activity.
Right.
And I won't stop till I have the 26 locations. Okay. And the next one would be in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Oh, you already got locations?
I would like it in my
Okay.
yes, one in California, Northern California. And each ranch will offer different things. It'll be like a timeshare. So you can travel to each one and just stay at whichever one you would like to. And I would like to take in people that really have suicidal thoughts.
Okay.
And that's my focus because I have a heart for people like that.
So without me even asking the question, you've kind of already answered both of them. Because that was the next thing, as far as like for the future and as far as your goals, really what you were planning to be able to do. And so, like you said, you've kind of, as we can see, you've established quite a bit here. And your next mission is to be able to
just to get it going, just to get to the. I think in life we have to take steps at a time and to have a vision, and then go to that vision, take a step, and keep moving forward. And that's what I've been doing here. Is just open a door, go through it. Door shuts, don't go there. The suicidal prevention ranch is big. It's big, and I don't want to do it by myself. I'd like to have a partnership of people. Maybe something that hits home with our family member. Has a passion. I want someone that has a passion for it, like I do. It's been a dream for 8 years, the suicidal prevention ranch, and I keep saying to God, I don't want to do it. I can't do it myself.
But you feel like you're still being pushed.
Yes, the dream, it just won't go away. It's so obvious to me that's what I want to do, but I really don't. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Yeah.
It makes sense because it's just like I know I have to, and to be able to fulfill where my heart is right now. But at the same time, you're dragging your feet with it. But if you have to go, kicking and screaming or whatever, eventually, you're not going to really be able to rest.
You're right.
Until you get to that.
You're
point.
right. That's exactly. It's like a wrestling in the mind. I'm not going to be settled until this project comes, forth.
Okay.
So
let's just do a little bit of a recap. So we've already pretty much discussed as far as how many animals you have. You discussed what your mission is and the direction that you're looking to be able to go. We've talked about the rejection as well as with even the comparison of what you've had to deal with from just the television shows like Tiger King. And so I think the best thing to do now would be to go ahead and to get our people, and let's just take the crew out and be able to walk the property and be able to introduce them to some of the animals and what you're capable of doing.
Okay.
And let's just see what we.
Would you like to ride? Would you like to take a ride on the camel?
On the camel, I can do it.
Wow. We can make it happen. Trust me, I can make it happen.
Hey, I wasn't expecting it, but we'll see.
We'll see.
All right. So we're going to take a commercial break, and stay tuned to see what's next. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. So we have a very special guest here that is going to join us on today. So I want you guys to put your hands together, whatever it is, if you're sitting at home on your couch, and let's welcome this special guest.
Not your average folk.
All right, go ahead and introduce him.
This is Cash.
Okay, this is Cash. Yeah, I didn't even want to say the name or anything
And
at
he's
first.
5 years old.
5 years old. And have you had him the whole 5 years?
I've had him for 4 years, so he was a year old when I got him.
4 years, okay. So about 1 year old at the time. And does Cash know any, like, let's say, everybody loves to see tricks.
Oh, yeah.
So does Cash know any tricks?
He got lots of tricks.
He does?
Would you like to see some?
Okay, yeah, let's check some of these out.
So first, we're going to give him something to drink. Catch.
Whoa!
One-handed.
This is wonderful.
He'll drink this one.
I need to get about 3 of these.
I know, right?
This is good.
Ready? Here, Cash. Good.
Oh, Christmas time already?
Christmas time.
Early. Cash, like, let me see. I gotta know. So did you train Cash to be able to do all of that?
I did.
Okay.
I trained him to do all this.
Oh, so he likes lollipops?
Oh, he loves lollipops.
How long did you have to work with him to be? Was this
know,
one of these
this-
things like all day, every day?
I have so many animals.
Yeah.
So I only train about 10% of the animals here. Some don't have that drive to learn or to please.
Yeah.
He loves to be taught things.
Okay.
All the animals that are trick trained are only at 10% their capacity.
Really?
So I have
Okay.
90% to go. And the only reason I don't go the full percentage, I'm only by myself.
Yeah. So it's like if you had more
Help.
support, or if you did have a
Yes.
few employees, you could be able to get all of them to at least 50%.
Yes,
trained.
I could have him drive in my car.
Oh, wow. That would be good. I would love to be able to see a monkey, sitting in that steering wheel.
That'd be funny. He does drive the golf cart when I'm out there. Puts
Oh,
his
really?
hands on the golf cart.
Okay.
Can you catch?
I'm like,
You're out. You're gone.
he's gonna ignore
No.
me. Watch. Hey, Cash, you ready? You ready?
You're good at this.
I don't
you're
think.
natural.
Yeah, but I don't think he cares. That's
I
the
know, but
thing.
you're still good at it.
You ready? Here. Feel it?
Oh,
In the mouth. Look at
in
that.
his
Look, in the
mouth.
mouth.
That was his mouth. I hope you got that on film.
In the mouth.
Did you?
Look.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Look, I'm like, in the mouth. Okay. Now throw it back.
Yeah.
Throw it back.
So when they eat grapes, there's water, and
Okay.
he'll tip his head up, and the juice come down, and he eats around the grape and corn. He's smart enough to not eat the peeling of the grape. Like we just put the whole grape
So
in
he
our
get
mouth,
the whole, yeah.
and it's not good for us, I guess.
Okay.
Wait, you're
Wow.
supposed to be eating the inside of the grape.
And corn too. Not supposed
So
to
you're
eat the whole
supposed to peel
corn.
all that off? the
Peel
side
all
of
that
it?
off.
Oh, no,
it's
that's
not
tasty.
digestible.
Oh,
It's not good for the body.
Well, I didn't know
It's
that.
not
I've been
good.
doing the wrong thing
Yeah.
for years. Look.
Yeah, the monkey teach you how to eat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to go put him away.
Okay. All right. So that's great.
Cash, come on. Come on. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Such a fun animal. Give me a kiss.
Alrighty, so welcome back. We are about to get ready to go on a trip, not necessarily in a car, but just over the whole entire property and check out some of these great animals and just see if I can make some more friends. Let's go. All right, so let's make it happen. Okay, so let's take a look at this first one right here. And what is this one right here named?
His name is King,
King, okay. All right, and what do I do with this?
and you can just give
Just
it
give
to
it to him
him right
like
there.
that? And he's gonna eat it? Oh, wow.
Now, if he was
See?
being trained or something, I would have you do a command for the trick.
Okay, and
You
tell me a
did
little
well. You did well. So this one here is pregnant. She's going to have a baby. Oh, I would say in about a month.
Oh,
She's
wow.
getting quite
Okay.
large. And this is the stallion. This is a 19-inch horse, which is very rare, somewhat, in a mini. Small, very small.
You gonna get bigger or no?
No, he's done.
Okay.
Let's see where they are.
So with
There they
all
are.
these animals that you have here, how much would you say that you really spend on food? We'll just say on a monthly basis.
Wow, food alone for the animals is like, I don't know, a couple thousand a month.
A couple thousand.
It adds up. You got to do grain, hay, alfalfa, oats, and then of course treats like this helps.
Yeah. Do you take donations?
I do. I take. That's kind of how I operate, is by donations.
Okay.
So this one is Captain. No, this is Bentley.
Billy.
He's
okay.
bigger. Captain stunted because he came to me as a rescue, pretty much not
Do
alive.
they shake hands or anything?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
Let's see. Let's shake hands. What can you do?
Scratch him right here.
Now, is it true that they said like when it comes down to the kangaroos that they'll punch?
Oh
and do the-
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I look at that window right there, and they box here every morning. It's a morning thing. It's a treat for them to box each other, and they're not hurting each other. Here, I'll let
They
you
just do
that.
it. Okay.
And that one's Captain. A lot of children love these kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the kids love them. He's been in 3 movies. He came from New Mexico, and
Really?
he came
This
just
is
barely
good.
alive. And I've had him 3 years now, and he's happy.
What's wrong with him?
They gave him dog food instead of kangaroo food.
No.
The kangaroo food comes from a zoo. I have to order it online. It comes to my gate, but it's from the zoo. But they were feeding him dog food. So he shakes and he's stunted.
So how's he now?
He's fine. He'll live. He's going to live.
Okay. And
This one?
How long have you had this one?
4 years.
4 years.
And I've had this one 3 years. But as you can tell, he's bigger. He'll never get any bigger because it's what they fed him.
Oh,
very, very friendly, docile animal. Very. The camel and the kangaroo, I'd said, of all the animals I have, are the most gentle of all. They won't hurt you. They don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Not that other animals want to hurt you, but they're pushy.
How are you doing? Yeah, I think these animals have the softest fur I've ever
So do
felt before in my
I. I
life.
know, the fur's amazing. So I'll have people come out. They'll just sit with the kangaroo for hours and just sit and just relax, unwind.
Yeah, this is really good. So, tell me this right here. So what's really special about your place versus, I mean, there's a lot of other places with exotic animals. I mean, you got the zoos in Dallas and so many other types, but what's so great about this?
Here, I think, is kind of fun for people because you get to interact.
Yeah.
You get to play with the monkey or pet the kangaroo and really get to know their personality because they truly have personalities. I mean,
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah.
They're not animals.
Right.
They have character and,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
What would you really say that people would, say, because you get a lot of people that talk about as far as, this is
Like, let
out
them
of,
keep
this is
them
out of their,
wild.
yeah, this is a wild
Yeah.
animal. This is not their environment like this. What would you really say about that?
That's true. A lot of people are uneducated. That's how I feel.
Okay.
You know, it's offensive when someone says you shouldn't keep a kangaroo cooped up.
So you get that a lot.
I do, not often, but once in a while, they don't understand what's going on
Okay.
here, or amongst the love that's been given and the care.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move a little bit. Let's go to the next location.
Okay.
We'll talk a little bit about your animals out here that you got out front right now. Tell me what we're about to do with the, with the horse and the camel.
Well, the horse is a trick-trained horse,
Okay.
and so we're gonna have him do a few tricks.
So what did you say happened as far as with this tornado?
Well, the tornado started at this end and just pretty much came through the whole house and
Okay.
took everything.
Yeah.
The roof and it left the brick. This whole building was taken. The area I was at night was the only area not touched.
Okay.
That horse, the brown one, was at least 2 stories in an oak tree hanging, and it took about 20 men to get him with a
The
chainsaw.
tornado picked the horse up and put the horse into
In a tree.
in a tree.
And he was just hanging there. Yeah, and they took chainsaws.
Was he kicking and trying to get down?
No,
or-
he just hung there. He was in shock. He was in shock. Like I was in shock too.
Oh wow.
So they got him out. The other horses were injured as well.
Yeah.
Trailers just showed up. People showed up in my community and helped. Took the horses away. Vet care. They paid for everything, and he's alive to this
wow.
day.
Okay, let's go ahead and go.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Okay.
now I'm gonna feed them some alfalfa.
Mmm.
And this is like lobster.
You want me to hold one of them?
Sure.
Okay, let's try it.
Go ahead and put one right there if you want.
Right here?
Yep.
So just sit in here?
Yep. And you can just push it on over.
Okay.
That's their favorite food.
They don't fight over it?
I can't say that. I've gotten hurt so many times being in the way where there's food. That's where I usually get hurt, is being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Not that they're mean and want to hurt me. They're just trying to get to the food and I'm in the way.
Okay, and so you said that the camel was your first animal.
My first animal was the camel. And like I said, he was about that big when I got him.
Okay.
This is the boss of the ranch, if you want to know who the boss of the whole ranch, beside the monkey.
Okay.
The horse and the monkey.
Yeah. Now this one right here, why do you just let this right here just roam free?
Because 2 males will kill each other. This is a male,
Okay.
and he's a male, and I did put them together, and he almost killed him. So I can't put them together, and he loves being just out.
Can we pet that one?
We
or
can
no?
try.
We can try. Okay.
Pretend like you have food. And it's not fair that we don't.
No, it's not fair. He walked away.
We don't have it. He's smart. He knows we don't have a treat.
Yeah, we got it for you now.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You like that? You don't want me to touch him though. That's the thing. Let's see. Here, I got a little bit more. Oh, you want it? You still chewing? Come on. Everybody's eating. Here, so that way you don't have to go so far low. He don't care. They don't care. That's pretty much it. So guess what? I'm gonna hypnotize you, okay? See, watch this. Look, now he's ready. Okay, here you go. You want it? Watch this. Look at that. I just release it just like that, and he drinks it.
He loves that Gatorade.
It's like, oh yes. Now, would he do the same thing if it was water?
No, oh no, it has to be orange. If it's purple or blue Gatorade,
oh really? See, that's
forget it. Let's do two. Let's do two in a row.
Get the rest of it. Get the rest of it. You're doing good.
There you go.
Okay.
One more.
All right, throw that one down. Let me get that. Woo! Look, look. You ready? So how did you know that Gatorade would be the thing?
I fell into accident by it. A couple years ago, I tried it, and it's just become a daily thing. He gets Gatorade every day.
Oh, okay, okay.
Every day he gets his little juice.
Look at that. How much does it really cost you a month?
It's a couple $1,000s just for food, you know, and that doesn't include fence repair and things like that.
So do they tear up quite a bit?
They do. He's very strong.
Okay.
I fixed this gate so many times.
So he'll try to push up against it?
He could actually break loose if he wanted. He doesn't know his strength.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Lay down. He's like, we're doing this again. Lay down. You're doing good. Get to a place where you want to be. Lay down. There you go. Lay down. Lay down. There you go. Lay down. Ah, yes. Look at there. You did it. Now, ready? You got it. All right, get up. All right, get up. I'm gonna take a moment for a moment. Okay, come on, get up. Look at there. All right, super. You said you have two daughters?
Two daughters.
Okay, and so how do they feel about all of this?
At first they were like, there's no way I have this. So my one daughter came out to see if I had the stuff. 'Cause they moved here from California. And she's like, okay. So she lives in the city and she often says, I need to get away and get animal therapy. So she'll come up here just to get unwound from the world and the time so, goes so fast in the city.
Yeah.
So she needs to come up here just to be around animals. It kind of calms her down.
So like we said, like this is kind of like this, like the therapy
yeah,
plantation.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the daughters, they're not surprised anymore what I do. But at first they were like, you have a camel, Mom? Like what? It's just kind of odd to have a camel, I guess.
No, this is good.
Especially a sweet one. Isn't he sweet?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're so gentle.
Oh yeah.
You did very well training him. You're natural.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I'll take this off. Okay.
All right.
There you go.
We'll see you the next go around.
You did good, Bumps.
You tried to surprise me with this one, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I tried.
Because last time I talked to you, I mean, it was like, no, I don't have a zebra anymore.
I know.
Like,
I didn't tell you. I was going to warn you,
there
but
it
I thought
is.
I'm not going to tell him
You
anything.
knew I was going to get excited.
Exactly.
And one thing I have learned is that zebras, it's just almost like the human fingerprint. No two zebras have the same stripes.
That's true. And
Did you know about that?
I've owned probably 6 zebras in my lifetime.
Okay.
And every zebra I've owned, if you lined them all up, I would know which one was which.
Yeah.
Which sounds odd because stripes are stripes.
Yeah.
Now I have a question for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Is the zebra black with white stripes or is the zebra white with black stripes?
Is that a trick question?
I don't
Is that a trick
know. I don't know.
I would like
What
to
would you
say,
say?
Look, wait, as I analyze this zebra, I would like to say that the zebra is actually white with black stripes.
I would have to say you're right.
But I mean, it's hard to say. And the reason why I say it is because, see, if you look at that one, the stripes are not fully all the way around his body.
No, you're right.
But the white is everywhere.
True. That's a good observation. I love it.
Yeah, so look at
Now,
it like that.
a zebra, if you really want to top quality colored zebra, you don't want shadows. So he's a good zebra, doesn't have too many shadows around his black. So you'll see black stripe with shadows behind it. Some zebras have 0 shadow. You see the shadows on it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Super. So you got 2 horses here. What are their names?
This is Summer.
Okay.
And this is Cricket.
Okay.
And they're both rescued. They were gonna send them off to an auction to slaughter for dog food or glue, whatever they do with horses, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I said, please don't kill these horses, I want them. They came at different times, but they match, they hang around each other. She's crippled in the knee, will be always and forever, and so will she.
Okay.
But they hang out with each other. I keep them separate so they can eat, and I like to have them around because it shows me, because I'm hurting physically, so are they. So I'm like, if they can handle it, I can handle it.
So tell me a little bit about that one.
That one I just threw in the batch because it matches. It does match.
Did you go looking for one to match?
No, it just happened. It just got plopped. They were given to me.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Sweetest horses ever, right here.
You know this is going to become my second home.
I know you're going to want to come up in and have animal therapy. Now, some people that show horses don't want a furry coat. They want a slick coat. So they put lights in their stalls.
Okay.
And people would think, oh, it's for heat.
Yeah.
It's not. It's to tell their brain that it's lighter longer and winter's not coming, so they never grow a winter coat. So the lights actually is for their brain to fool them into a no coat, which I think is interesting.
So let's go take a look inside.
Okay.
So tell me this right here. So why is this personal for you as far as with what you was talking about pertaining to suicide?
Well, I believe when a person doesn't want to live and you know, they're just tired of life or whatever, it could be various reasons. I've kind of studied the suicide process and what's going on with it. A lot of times people will want to leave because they're lonely.
Yeah.
They don't feel worthy. They don't feel loved. It could be physical pain. Mine happens to be physical pain. A headache every day for 30 years. It makes you kind of go, you know what?
Yeah.
I can't be around much longer. This hurts. So the animals have literally kept me alive because I wouldn't want to leave these animals with anybody else. I just have a passion for people that are hurting, and I want them to be able to share with, their hurts with the animals and bring out their reason for wanting to live.
Okay. I see what you mean.
Right.
Yeah. Like this horse, like I want love too.
That's why she's coming closer to you because she wants you to pet her. So I'll have people come out and just say, can you come out and just brush the horses? So they'll come down here and brush, particularly these two, and they'll be down here for an hour brushing.
You maybe should put together some programs for people, like you said, therapy, things like if that's what they want to do, just to be able to come and do this right here. I mean, and just brush all your pain away, all your frustration.
Yes,
all the aggravation, everything you dealt with this week that you didn't feel like you should have been dealing with. Look at there.
And then you see the end result, and they're so pretty because when they're brushed up, they shine, and you see a result of what you did. Your hard work paid off.
I know one lady, she said that normally she works so much because she said it's therapy for her, and guess what she does?
What's that?
She braids hair.
Oh,
so look,
same
so
hair.
watch this picture she braided. Picture she braided all this right here.
Yeah, I can have people just braid hair. That's a good idea. I like that.
She came and she braided your horse hair.
That's great.
Your horse would probably go viral.
Come out and you'll have a braiding party.
There you go.
Because it does get tangled, and I do want it braided, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
This is hot, so I try to keep it braided up. But it's work. I mean, I have 40 animals in 2 hands. That's I need a few more hands.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Even if just come out and love on them. You know, you don't have to work here or brush, just love on them like you're doing right now. Like I know this horse, she is so happy with you standing here with her.
You want some sunglasses?
Like this is their safe place around you guys.
That's good to know.
And you know this, when a horse puts its ears up, do you know what that means?
No. What
no?
is that?
That means she's listening over here. She sees her.
If they put their
if they put their ears somewhat back, they're hearing from the back.
Okay.
If they put their ears flat back, run.
Oh.
That means they're mad.
Okay. All right.
Good to know, right? Good to know.
Good to know. Well, there you have it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back right after this. I want to thank you once again just for allowing us to come and just to be a part of this. I mean, just your experience, which you helped us be able to make it my experience. And I mean, your exotic animals and everything that's out here. I don't know. It's almost like a second home to me.
Oh, you're welcome
For
here
real.
anytime, and you're so good with the animals.
So
I mean,
who knows? I
you're
may
a
be coming
natural.
back.
I might hire you as my trainer. You never know, right?
All right. So until next time, I like to say it like this. Let's continue to talk, let's listen, and let's love. Thank you, and God bless.